ate noodles with no packet, cereal with the can.
Excuse me? All right, let's get into this video, man. Shout out to
How exciting is it that we get some new Uzi? I'm going to break this video up into several different parts. The first part, we will talk specifically about the EP. So the EP itself, he dropped, I didn't even think this was real.
Neither did I. Was about to say the exact same thing, my G. I saw this and I was like, oh, I guess we're back into the Dat Piff era where people are just compiling songs and projects and things together and putting this out. I saw this on like the channel was called like Rap Talk or something. I saw it and I was like, oh, this can't be a real EP. I listened to the music and then on top of that, it confirmed even more. And I was like, this can't be real because everything about it just sounded very, very, very like low par. Like it didn't even sound like Uzi was trying. This is an official release? Oh, Lord, I'm sad.
The Maverick EP, because I got a notification, and this is how you know I was really, really dying for some new Uzi music, which is a little bit different than the take that I usually have, which is that Uzi's dropped enough amazing music to last me a lifetime, which I still do believe is true, but I've just had the itch for some new Uzi. So I would tweet at him. And when was this? Maybe a week ago? 2 weeks ago? And my initial tweet was on July 20th. And I tweeted directly at Uzi. And I said, you got your hit song this year. It ran its course, this is what you're saying, and is no longer on the Hot 100. Please drop or tease some new music at Lil Uzi Vert. And then we would suddenly get a new project. So you guys can thank me. I'm going to give myself full credit for the fact that we got new Lil Uzi Vert music. No, it couldn't have also been I Show Speed, who streamed with Lil Uzi Vert and then asked him live, or not live, but in an interview to drop new music as well. It couldn't have been that.
If I feel like an artist should be dropping music, I'm going to tell them straightforward. You should be dropping music because what are you doing? I'm a fan of your music and you have a lot of fans. Drop music. What are you sitting there for? That's what I told Uzi for. I'm like, Uzi, you got some good music in the vault. Everybody knows that. You should be dropping, like, what are you doing not dropping music?
You giving me advice, I'm giving you advice. Just drop. Up your shit, bro.
And after that, he listened to me and he dropped music and now he has like top 50 on the Billboard now, I think. I don't know what you're saying. So look, that's what happens when you drop music. So yeah, I feel like I do have a huge role in that and I will continue to have a huge role in telling artists to drop music.
But for my ever fragile ego, we're going to say that it was me, okay? And not Speed. Regardless, I'm really happy that he ended up dropping and stuff like that. Now, if you've been here for any amount of time, especially like peak leak era, I was never really into leaks. Part of the reason was that, hey, look, if an artist is doing all of the effort to put together an album, mixtape, I'm going to wait for that and listen to that because it's going to be the best quality product that they believe I should listen to. Leaks and all that other stuff, like some of the leaks suck. And then if you enjoy a leak and it never comes out or it never gets finished, or if the version that comes out is different than the leaked version that you like, there's just so much BS to deal with in that regard. But
That's true. A lot of the times the leak, that sort of crunchy, low quality, distorted aspect of the leak will sound really good. And then once you get it on the album version, it's all cleaned up and it's all high quality and glossy, and sometimes it loses that je ne sais quoi X factor that the leak has. So yeah, I guess it depends. It depends on the record, right? Some of those records, a lot, especially during Yeat's come up, a lot of those Yeat leaks, bro. Oh man, a lot of those Yeat leaks, once they reach the album version, they didn't have the level of distortion that I enjoyed. And it just really made me sad.
A notification because I was on like one of these Discords. Yes, I'll be lurking on the alts. I'll be lurking on the main too. And I get a notification. This thing is on Audio Mac. I'm like, man, I'm going to risk getting a virus. Do we even got viruses anymore? Anyway, I'm going to risk getting a virus. It's not like I have crypto or anything like that for them to steal. So I hop on and then I'm like, wait, hold on. This is real. So I'm listening to this. This is before it even got on Apple Music and Spotify. And I am elated. This is a great EP. So just going through the list, I would say great.
Come on, Hassan.
I'm happy that he released an EP too. Now,
it wasn't good.
I know some of the Londoners here will say like, man, he's doing this trash accent. Listen, to us, it sounds like a very accurate accent. Like this isn't, you can tell when someone's accent sucks. Like if I were to do a London accent, it would suck. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to humor you guys like that right now, okay? You wouldn't even be laughing at the accent. You'd be laughing at me. And that hurts my feelings. So with London, I'm like, yo, the accent kind of hits. This isn't bad. And I like the fact that it's a bonus track. The intro is a banger. If there were no misses here. Like 223, I didn't really care for too much in the beginning.
Bro, the album is a miss. Listening to the whole thing all the way through, there was no standout song. There was not. I listened to the album all the way through from the very beginning to the end because I said, I don't know who put in the time to make this fake Uzi EP, but I'll listen to it. There was no standout songs in this project, bro. I'm so sorry.
But if there's any song that I would say is that, not even a miss, but man, I don't even know. There's no misses on here. There are songs like, for example, like I think it was Say It Was. When I first listened to it, I was like, this is all right. But after listening to this EP at least 8 times in the weekend that it dropped, there's not a single miss on here. And this is the perfect thing for Uzi to release because there's no expectation when it comes to the mixtape or an album. There's no expectation of touring. There's no judgment regarding numbers, although some people did talk about that. So we're done with the first section, which is me just excited that I got some new Uzi after I asked for it. I was so happy. I was writing up tweets about Uzi because that's the only thing that's been on my mind is his music. So this is great Uzi. And so the second part of this will be people that are kind of like talking about the numbers. And then the third part will be Cardi Uzi discussion. So we're going to venture off into the second part right now, which is the numbers discussion. I believe, this is my belief, is that if somebody summons a hit song during that year, you gotta fall back. You can't be talking about like, oh man, this person, their numbers aren't hitting like they used to. We got to see what these numbers do, because this one fan page would tweet out the following and says, what last Cleo take for the road, the Young Thug, and now Uzi Love Bomb Theory. So this is a fan page that says, remember when I called these songs? He's talking about the 4-pack that Uzi dropped earlier this year. The like Regular, Chanel Boy, Relevant, and I think What You Saying is one of them. He says, remember when I called these songs mid and y'all acted like it was the greatest thing since sliced bread and I was crazy, but now these songs sit as some of his most unstreamed songs in Uzi's whole discography? I wonder, where did all that love go? And now I propose to you the Young Thug fan love bomb theory. And what is that? You ask? It's the phenomenon where once a rapper gets old and starts dropping objectively less good stuff, this is some of the best stuff Uzi has ever dropped, mind you, than his peak, you still glaze it as such just because you know how good he used to be, and you get this feeling off your disrespecting your favorite artist I guess not off, by calling his new project or singles not as good or mid. So fans will love bomb the hell out of it at first, then the streaming numbers come out in 6 months and you wonder, where did the love go? This is really confusing. So this individual is saying that because an artist isn't as good as they were in their quote-unquote prime, that people aren't going to say that. They're more likely to say that they're actually really good now, instead of the fact that they suck to cope. That is confusing. I've never heard of something like that. That's
a little bit off.
Uzi was not at his peak in 2016. And let me propose a theory. My theory is that a lot of people, they attach some sentimentality, some nostalgia to a period of time in their life when some of this music was being dropped. Now, 2016 Uzi, yeah, that was a banger. But if he were to take a song from 2016 that was unreleased and drop it in the same sessions, people would be like, man, this sounds old. This sucks. And people have done this. Leaks have come out and people have had this saying. Now, for the streaming aspect of it and for the numbers, which I don't think people care about numbers really. I think it's only Uzi fans.
I think people do care about numbers, but once again, I think this is a little bit convoluted, bro. The EP was bad. Let's just leave it at that.
I don't think I'm tripping for saying that. So right now, Uzi is definitely in the lead. And like I said, Uzi caught a hit. A solo hit, mind you. Yeah, you could say the sample and all of that. But Cardi, when was the last time Cardi had a solo hit that wasn't a feature and it was just him? Like, music, I thought was great. I think I like music more than a lot of other people.
All right. Anyway, Maverick, Uzi, Almost Forever EP, trash, terrible. Don't listen to it. I listened to it all the way through. There's no standouts on there. You're just going to end up wasting your time. Don't do it. Don't do it. I urge you and I beg you, don't do it.